One Zambia, one nation. Welcome to Zanis News. To be with you, I'm Alice Banda. Let's take a look at the stories making headline. Zambia hands over 8 bodies of Congolese nationals to DRC. Iteji fishermen increase price of fish. No drug shortage in Eastern Province. And delays to complete district administration block worries Mwata Kazembe. And now the news in detail. The Zambian government has handed over 8 bodies of Congolese nationals who died in the Lake Mburo boat accident to the Democratic Republic of Congo government. Luapula Province Minister Derek Chilundika, who was represented by the Deputy Permanent Secretary John Mwasha, handed over the bodies. And Katanga District Member of Parliament Abraham Soriano, who received the bodies on behalf of the DRC, thanked the Zambian government for the help rendered. Details in the following report by Kennedy Chomba.
Bodies of Congolese nationals who died on Lake Mburo have been handed over to the Democratic Republic of Congo authorities. Luapula Province Minister Derek Chilundika, who was represented by the Deputy Permanent Secretary, has urged the general public to uphold safety rules that demand for use of life jackets and avoid overloading.
The incident happened in Zambian side, and as member of the international community that subscribe to humanitarian principles, we took concern and work in order to help retrieve the problem. To this effect, the Zambian government, through the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit,
à cet effet, le gouvernement zambien, en passant par le Disaster Management,
released resources to cover all expenses regarding the funeral.
Member of Parliament for Katanga has thanked the Zambian government for the support.
A lot for the job done. We must remain united. We are the same people. There is no fight. If we can remain united in this matter, then we must remain united in everything. All the problems are on the people. We are people. Where people, there are problems.
Kenneth Chomba reporting for Zanis News in Chirenge District.
And in Lusaka Province, Zambian News and Information Services, Zanis Director Lois Sally has encouraged young women and girls to leave a monument to be remembered by the way they live their lives. Ms. Sally, who was speaking when she officiated at the Cooper's Young Women Network chat in Lusaka, urged the girls and young women to always put God at the center of their plans for his guidance and achieve their purpose on earth. More in the following report by Sarah Miti.
Young women and girls, just like all other youths, face challenges in their growth journey and require guidance and mentorship from experienced models to face the challenges and develop in various aspects of their lives. The Cooper's Young Women's Network is helping young women and girls by giving them such opportunities through its monthly chats. This month's chat has been graced by the Zambian News and Information Service Zanis Director Lois Sally, who shared her words of wisdom with the young women.
But when all is said and done, leave a monument. A monument is something that people must point to, that this was Chanda, this was Motali who did this was Jane. You must leave a monument, all of you without exception, because like I said, nobody is here to just occupy space. You are here for a purpose. Whatever I have become is all because of the grace of God. And I want you to take that seriously. There's nothing that you can ever do or ever become without the grace of God.
First National Bank, FNB, has partnered with the Cooper's Young Women's Network to empower these young girls and women and also shared encouragement to the girls.
It meant that the bank makes very deliberate efforts to develop products and services to support women and help them grow. I'm sure you've seen our hair banking launch, yeah? Yes. And the products we give them. So help is really what we do at FNB. And we are proud to continue this partnership with Cooper's that is providing help that you young women need to thrive in society. COPEX and FNB are happy to partner together to then transform and help create a better world in your personal lives so you can further impact society.
And the woman behind this vision, Ms. Norena Chitaba, explains the works of the organization and the impact therein.
COPE's chat falls under what we call the Leadership and Transformation Seminars. And this is just some of the activities that we do at COPE's. And so we have capacity building sessions, we have community service, but this particular event today falls under what we call the Leadership and Transformation Seminars. And these are done every month.
Sekai Tembo just joined the network and shares her experience from her first meeting.
The message that was talked about today, I really needed to hear it because it's more like I've been experiencing a bit of mental breakdown a lot. So that message was like a kind of a relief and saying God is still there. So
Sarah Miti for Zanis in Lusaka.
Now, Chirundu District Commissioner Patrick Kasambila has appealed to the Food Reserve Agency, FRA, to allow the District Disaster Management Committee, DDMC, to conduct community sales of maize stored at Malengo and Chikanzaya FRA depot, respectively. Mr. Kasambila says the move will help the district to caution the looming hunger situation owing to the destruction of crops by delayed rains and later a dry spell experienced in the district. He made the appeal when Chirundu Member of Parliament Douglas Yakalima, who is also Minister of Education, called on him at his office. More in the following report.
In order to enhance household and national food security, the government has continued with the implementation of the Subsidized Farmer Input Support Program, FISIP, in the country. However, the 2022-2023 farming season in Chirundu district of Southern Province, food security is under threat following the negative effects of climate change, such as flash floods and partial drought. This came to light when Chirundu constituency Member of Parliament Douglas Yakalima, who is also a Minister of Education, called on Chirundu district administration.
Where there may be some floods and also that period of dry spell. So I went around with the agriculture team. It's very sad that the whole part of this valley actually got dried up. So there's that roaming hunger whereby we can't run out from that for community sales. Otherwise, when we run short of maybe
it has stocks there.
Yes, I think we've got about 3,000 bags.
It's more than that.
It's more than that. There's no response coming. So through you, maybe you can push for us. That maybe if you can allow us.
The situation may be compounded by a new threat, where Zambians are allegedly helping Zimbabweans to smuggle melamine to that country, where it's fetching over 500 kwacha per 25 kg bag.
This issue of melamine, our own people are the ones who are before. When they don't have nothing here, they come and say, "Your leaders, what are you doing? What are you doing?" So they've been helping they've been helping our colleagues from Zimbabwe. For them, they do it over something. I think this is a challenge. I think that time we had a discussion. Similarly, on the illegal immigrants, the same. Our people are involved. So we really need to coordinate properly with all the departments so that this situation is arrested. Otherwise, the mindset shift is what is the problem. We need to work together and also have a serious campaign to make sure that our people understand that we have to be patriotic. Our nation comes first.
In response, Chirundu constituency Member of Parliament Douglas Yakalima, who is also Minister of Education, implored the Chirundu District Disaster Management Committee to quickly do a needs assessment and escalate the matter to the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit in Lusaka.
Because yesterday I was actually drafting a letter to the DMMU coordinator. I just heard, but usually sometimes a trail must be made, okay, that it is coming from this end. Even if I know, okay, it is coming from this end to talk about the whatsoever. If a report came to me on that one, because I heard 2 days ago to say that things better. I mean, I come from Gayuni. He told me he's looking for food from me. So you can see the thinking of the president. So who are his followers, we may not be like himself, but we can mirror him. This is why you see me not even sleeping.
Zanis reports in Chirondo District, Southern Province.
Still in Southern Province, the price of fish in Iteji District has gone up by 500 kwacha per 5 kilograms due to shortage of supply. Some fish traders complained to Zanis that fish has become scarce in the district and fishermen have taken advantage of the shortage. More in this report.
Despite the vastness of Lake Iteji and the Kafue River, fish is rapidly drying up in Iteji, threatening livelihoods. According to fish sellers interviewed, fishermen's catches are declining significantly. As a result, most fish sellers in Iteji are out of stock or selling in small quantities at high prices. A customer who buys and sells carpenter in Lusaka shares her experience buying fish in Iteji.
Chino chaka mwana segulira nsomba kulibis na ulepo bafa imozi ya mabilimu atini ya mena ya choka so nsomba za chitakwati za vuta maiti za pulumuka bwanji chikwa nsomba ndiye zameti jeramu kuno kustestezi ndiye zitipasa ndrama.
Another fish trader blamed the situation on the difficulties faced by fishermen.
Kapenta hii mabilimu kulibe sali kufa kwa mena kufera mabilimu wanajuba kulibe sibangena kubopa mabilimu kapenta chabendieri kuonekana kwa vafuti kwa kuli kapenta kwa mena okufuti na kwa vabalesa.
Meanwhile, fishermen have explained the difficulties they face in catching fish.
Bama batandaula pamulandu wesa byokutula 2016 ukufika pa 2021 2019 twalesti shesa beni wanu ni 100 kwache chikopo. Lero twashire ingira mu 2021 ukufika na lero otwishire runde chikopo 120 kumulandu wakwe bati fiwe unaidula echirenge utile chikopo chise chinyi chise chidule fiwelo twale senda fiwelo mukati 400 wala ya bomba 300 wala ya bomba badi hapa ni 600 700 olole ya bomba.
Frederick Monsa, Zanis, Iteji.
And in health news, the Ministry of Health in Mpulungu District has received a water purifier and chlorine to help contain the cholera outbreak in the district. Zambian National Public Health Institute Director General Roma Chilengi, who delivered the items to Mpulungu District, thanked the World Health Organization and Red Cross for donating the items. Christine Muselu has more in the following report.
Following recorded cases of cholera in Mpulungu, Zambia National Public Health Institute Director General Roma Chilengi has visited the district to check on the situation. Professor Chilengi, who is also special advisor to the President on Health, has also delivered a water purifier to the district.
Provided the equipment for the water purification. This little machine is able to draw water from the lake. It will purify. There is an added machine that adds chlorine to the water and then you keep in your storage. It can give you many liters in a day, up to 20,000. So that the water on the other side is safe for drinking.
The Zambia Red Cross Society has also donated chlorine to the district to help contain the situation.
We donated 6,000 bottles of chlorine to just be able to help in Mpulungu, and we will be sending some more are on the way. About 2,000 will be coming to add on top of this. This, like he's saying, is magic.
District administration is grateful to government for its quick response.
Since they brought 2 of the water purifiers, we have decided that one remains in Mpulungu as there's a cholera outbreak. Another one goes to Sumbu district, which is in Sama district, so that they can also benefit from this donation. So we are very grateful, and we promise, as the DHD has said, that we take good care of it.
Just decided to quickly respond to that, which is not easy. We do appreciate, and also following the explanation on this machine is going to help us as Mpulungu.
Christine Mselu reporting for Zanis in Mpulungu.
We move to Eastern Province. Government has assured of continued provision of cost-effective healthcare services and has dispelled rumors of drug shortages in the area. Provincial Deputy Permanent Secretary Beauty Piri says the provision of medicines and medical equipment at Chipata Central Hospital and other health facilities is up to date. Ms. Piri was speaking when she officiated at the first ever media breakfast meeting, which was organized by the provincial health authorities in Chipata district. Mpatso Ndimbani reports.
Government in Eastern Province says it is committed to providing quality and cost-effective healthcare services in the province. Meanwhile, Eastern Provincial Deputy Permanent Secretary Beauty Piri dismisses rumors on lack of medicines in hospitals.
On essential medicines and medical supplies availability, the province has moved from 72% in Q1 of 2026 to 76% in Q1 of 2023. There are these stories around that we're hearing people talking about that there are no medicines in hospitals. The statistics and numbers don't lie. When you're given that we were at 72 and today we're at 76, it tells you that we have enough stocks in our hospitals. And there are many that are coming up with propaganda telling us the government is not putting any effort to ensure that we have medicines. As Eastern Province, we should be able to tell you that we have medicines.
The Deputy Permanent Secretary highlights the development that Chipata Central Hospital has received.
It was just a few weeks ago when we were at Chipata Central Hospital and we're donating beds. The people that were donating beds, we've been lobbying so that the infrastructure changes. This is a hospital that was built so many decades ago, if I'm not mistaken, in 1975. And the hospital that was built in 1975, you can tell that infrastructure is dilapidated. We have machinery that has not been working properly. But working closely with our stakeholders, we are asking them to come on board and assist us where we cannot, and where we cannot come in as government.
And Eastern Provincial Director of Health says health facilities in the province appreciate the work government is doing in the sector.
The investment in the CDF excites us because we have opportunities here. We have seen this year all our districts working with the CDF committees. All of our districts are expecting to procure at least one ambulance for each one of their districts. There are districts like Chama that we are aware are planning to procure at least 2 ambulances. This will improve the service that we provide to our people a lot. Through the CDF, we are addressing issues of power in our facilities, for all of our facilities. At the moment, a lot of these issues we talk about maternal deaths, this is a complication of a mother delivering in the night and they are bleeding. And because there is inadequate lighting in that facility, you find the health worker using the torch from their phone to try and repair where this woman is bleeding from. So we're really excited that, with investment from CDF, with the rural electrification authorities, all of our facilities are receiving, attention in ensuring that we all.
Patso Dimbani, Zanis News, in Chipata District, Eastern Province.
MTN Zambia has launched a business forum in Kasama District in Northern Province targeting the business community, civic leaders among others, whose aim is to interact and share insights on how the province can leverage advanced technology. Provincial Minister Lake Mburo says the province will embrace and utilize digital spaces to promote tourism products and services. Helen Wadia gives us this report.
Digital technology plays a big role in the social and economic development of a country. And the Zambian government has placed high value on digital transformation as a way of driving the economic stimulus as adopted in the 8th National Development Plan. In Kasama District, MTN Zambia held its business forum engaging the business community, civic leaders, customers, among others, to share insights on how the province can leverage advanced technology, mobile money, and other services that a company offers to accelerate economic growth.
Northern Province is endowed with a lot of natural resources and has got a lot of economic potential. This potential, sir, needs to be actualized now, and we need to grow it. We need to bring Northern Province to the rest of this world so that they can be known. We need to be known that we are here and we can represent and we can offer a lot to this world.
Northern Province Minister Lake Mburo says government is in full support of the digitalization agenda.
Digitalization of products and services would offer an opportunity for digital market. And as a province, we can utilize digital space to promote tourism products, services in the province. The new Dawn administration is committed to deliver inclusive and equitable development to the citizens. Therefore, digitalization is a catalyst in the provision of inclusive development.
Kasama Mayor Triza Kolala also spoke at the event.
You agree with me to say we are on track to making sure that we take our district to greater heights and attain our city status. Already.
Helen Walia for Zanis in Kasama, Northern Province.
Senior Chief Mwata Kazembe has complained of the delay by government to complete construction of office blocks at the new Township area in Mwansabombwe district. The chief said this when a team from the Parliamentary Accounts Committee PAC, led by the Vice Chairperson Jacqueline Sambao, paid a courtesy call at his palace. Lois Changwe has the details.
The Parliamentary Accounts Committee was in Mwansabombwe to appreciate the level of the study projects as cited in the Auditor General's report. The committee started by paying a courtesy call at the Mwata's palace.
I gave away part of my land to the government to develop the township. But the progress has been very, very slow. I understand right now even the contractors have abandoned the site and the vandals have come in. Most of these structures have been vandalized.
Later, the committee proceeded to check on the projects, but the situation on the ground was unpleasant, resulting on the provincial engineer and district officials being queried on the number of issues.
Why is it that we extended the contract on a contract which is so defective as it is? That's what this committee would want to appreciate.
For Madam Chairperson, who do the rectification.
Fundamentally, you breach the contract. As a committee, we are looking at what are the tangible ways that you can explore to ensure that this project is completed for the benefit of the Zambian people.
You allow a situation where people come and start getting window frames, door frames. Where were you as the planner, as the director of works, when all these things were happening? The vandalism was going on. There's no sense of ownership from the two officers.
Committee Vice Chairperson was equally not happy at the level of vandalism.
From our inspection, it's a sorry site where government has put in a lot of resources, but most of the projects have been vandalized, have been abandoned by the contractors, which has been unfair for the government. I would urge the people of Mwansabombwe that these are your properties. When these projects are completed, they are going to help in service delivery of this district. They also create employment for our young people, meaning the economic and financial situation of this district will change.
Lois Changwe, Zanis, Mwansabombwe.
And in other news, over 500 vulnerable youths in Lusaka province who were awarded scholarships under the ICOF GRZ Community Scholarship Program are currently undertaking various courses at different colleges and universities. Addressing the youths at Chongwe Secondary School, District Commissioner Evans Lupia stated that government remains committed to improving the lives of young people across the country. Details in this report.
These are among the over 5,000 youths that have been awarded scholarships under the International Coalition of Fellowships ICOF GRZ Community Scholarship Program from various districts in Lusaka province. The program, which is targeting to empower viable but vulnerable youths with free tertiary education, is visibly supplementing government efforts to uplift the lives of young people across the country. Speaking during a closing ceremony of the first residential session of the program at Chongwe Secondary School, Chongwe District Commissioner Evans Lupia stated that the program will go a long way in contributing towards economic and national development.
Focus on what you want to achieve based on this free opportunity
to be educated. Whatever government is doing to finance, to invest in you, is because they are also looking at the other aspect of your contribution to the economy of the country or to the nation. So we want 2-3 years from now you become an asset and not a liability. If you fail along the way, you will have wasted government assets. In fact, you will have wasted an opportunity which another person was dying to get.
And ICOF Vice Chancellor Professor Charles Mwape encouraged the youths to utilize the scholarships to better their lives.
Out of the all numbers of students that responded to us, we are to restrict ourselves to the number because we are getting 500 per province. And we are to pick on you, and picking on you, giving you an opportunity, use this opportunity to advance your career. Use the opportunity to change the lifestyle or the space in your families. This investment, we want a return. We want you to study, we want you to be serious with your education.
Meanwhile, beneficiaries of the program thanked government and ICOF for according them an opportunity to access free tertiary education.
I want to thank the government and the ICOF University for giving me this opportunity to go to university. For most of us are vulnerable. I had no hope of going to school because I had no funds, but they came in and gave me hope. I'm now pursuing my dream course. I'll be able to change my family because I'll be educated, get a good job, and be able to support my family.
Sheila Makosa, reporting for Zanis in Chongwe District.
We cross over to Kitwe, where the Parliamentary Committee on Delegated Legislation has informed the Kitwe City Council that the electronic government procurement system has failed to effectively facilitate an inclusive access to Constituency Development Fund CDF contracts. And Kitwe City Town Clerk Patrick Kambita says the system is segregated to those with limited knowledge on internet operations and those in places where internet is not available. Details in the following report.
The increased Constituency Development Fund CDF and the decentralization of the disbursement process is one of the top scores of the New Dawn government. And to simplify the CDF access process, last year government introduced the electronic government procurement system under the statutory instrument number 30 of 2022. The system has, however, been received with mixed feelings.
Why we are here at Kitwe City Council is to try and find out whether the council here is following this statutory instrument. Because it is a very important statutory instrument which gives guidance to them on the usage and procurement of the CDF. And CDF is now a legacy for the New Dawn. We want to see to it that Zambians appreciate it. Zambians also benefit from this CDF. So if the procurement levels are low and there's a lot of challenges, then we know that the CDF won't take us anywhere. Because I'm sure all Zambians are now looking at the CDF itself. The general assessment is that we still have got gaps, especially on the EGP system, which many users, contractors and so on don't know how to, it has not been explained to them.
The Parliamentary Committee on Delegated Registration has visited Kitwe City Council to assess the performance of the online procurement system. During the meeting, committee members expressed worry that a lot of people will be disadvantaged by the system.
When we talk about the e-bidding and so on, I'll speak for my constituents. There is no internet where I come from. I know it's a constituency that flows with milk and honey, but the truth of the matter is we don't have internet services yet. In addition to that, I can speak for those that have humble education. who don't know how to use this electronic system. How are you going to help us ensure that there is rural participation in your bidding processes?
It appears, on the e-system, most of them have not benefited. You as the councils, you prefer people from outside the constituents to benefit. Because maybe in some areas, to be honest, Chair, there is connivance. You don't want to work with the locals. You are better off working with the people who are coming outside the constituents. Because, Chair, the idea of the CDF is to empower the locals to have money within their constituents. So, what have you done as a council to make sure that, you train or, educate the people, constituents by constituents?
And Kitwe City Council Town Clerk gives his views.
We can have these capacity building. The system itself should also provide for those that can not only have no capacity to use the system, but can maybe use a manual system, so they're also brought on board. Using the manual system is working in twofold. One is that those who are computer literate will be able to successfully bid. Number two, those who have difficulties in internet connectivity can also be brought on board. That's basically our submission.
Others were concerned about the overpricing of products under the CDF contracts.
Mine is on the Regulation 11 price index, Regulation 11. You have stated very well that this statutory instrument tend to give prices for goods and services, a standard price that should be followed. However, what I've noticed, Chair, is that many times local authorities or procurement entities tend to take the price index or the prices that are prescribed in the price index as the standard price for goods.
Liz Ngobeka reporting for Zanis in Kitwe.
We end our news with a sports item. Sports Supreme Agency Managing Director Babak Afshar, who is in the country from Germany to scout for grassroots local talented players, said about 150 players have been identified and stand a chance to play for European clubs. Speaking during the Zambian European Scouting Tournament held in Dola, Mr. Afshar says Zambia has a bright future as far as football is concerned and is confident that more young local talented players will go for trials in Europe. More in the following report.
Scouts from Germany are in the country for the first time to scout for grassroots local talented players who stand a chance to play for European clubs and even Bundesliga in the near future.
I would say some in the top are really good. We have some talents which are not yet ready. So because we have to focus that players are targeting 18 years due to FIFA regulation to then come to Europe for a trial. Okay. So many of them are still 16, so we need to wait a little bit and follow up how they are developing. But I think Zambia has a good future, and if this is just a small snapshot, then I'm very positive for that.
And in organizing the event, Greenfield Youth Foundation Chief Executive Officer and Football Association of Zambia agent Gift Soko is pleased with the turn-up and looks forward for more tournaments of this nature.
What we've seen so far, we have a lot of unpolished diamonds, and we wish to continue moving forward and expand what we are doing to open more doors and give more showcase to our youngsters, so that they should also have chance to go for trials in different areas, different countries in the world.
So meaning in the future we'll be able to expose more talent to them, because as Greenfield Youth Foundation our mission is to search for talent, help the individuals from the vulnerable communities to have a better life in education, ICTs and other things.
Among the participating teams, Alpha Soccer Academy from Zimbabwe team defender is optimistic that he will be scouted and taken for trials in Europe.
We are here to showcase our talent and experience what's been happening around, what we've learned, and to showcase what we can do more.
You look in Europe, we've got so many African players, but most of them are from the West Africa because they have such kind of programs. And in Zambia, we've got talent. And we've seen today, we've seen since we started this program, there are young men that are really talented. And if we keep on doing such programs 2 times a year, you'd find that we may get our boys out to Europe by doing such programs. The more we do it, the better even for the national team.
Football fans, parents and 8 participating teams came together to enjoy the game of football during the 3-day tournament, which will see about 150 Zambian young players and Zimbabweans go to Europe and advance their careers. Mary Chola for Zanis Sports News.
And as we end the news, let's have a recap of stories that made headline. Zambia hands over 8 bodies of Congolese nationals to DRC. Iteji fishermen increase price of fish. No drug shortage in Eastern Province. And delays to complete district administration block worries Mwata Kazembe. On behalf of the entire Zanis production team, I'm Alice Banda saying goodbye and God bless you.